Miyagi and Kim Sung Young, but I'm assuming they're going to kind of wrap that up in season 6, part 3. But no, I would say, I mean, easily probably 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for me, as far as it goes. So
I think it's part 2 had a lot riding on it. It had a lot to
mhm.
wrap up. The stakes were higher than ever. Um, and they had a lot of like great fan moments. One in particular I would like to highlight when Daniel is fighting the guy to trying to get out of the dog cage and fighting he uses one of our kung fu self-defense techniques. And I think it was so cool to see it used in like an action scene. Like it just like legitimizes the martial arts I practice
For
just a
sure.
little bit. Just seeing it in action. It's always cool to see. Whether like people are doing bow staffs or in Ninja Turtles when they might do some technique. It's just cool seeing these techniques used in like hardcore action scenes.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that was Dennis, played by William Christopher Ford, who was played the same character Karate Kid Part 3, and I know he teaches karate now too. I forgot what level of black belt he is, but from what I've heard in other interviews, he was actually good friends with Sean Kanan before the events of Karate Kid Part 3, and that's kind of, I think they both kind of tried out for some of the same parts in the movie.
mhm.
So yeah, no, it was really glad to see him back, and I think he also kind of helped legitimize that choreography as well, for that scene in particular.
And I know from firsthand because I was on the set of season 5 that like a lot of the people behind the scenes are legit martial artists.
Hmm.
Like when people are on the set, they're practicing all the time. They're out there light sparring with each other, holding the shields up for other martial artists. They're practicing, so it's like legit martial arts behind the scenes. You know,
Right. Definitely.
which makes it a little bit more believable seeing this stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Agreed.
let's let's talk about character developments. Is there any character arcs in particular that you thought was compelling to talk about? That from this part 2.
Oh, for sure. So I kind of, as you know, as when we were recording this, I took a break on some of my character analysis, but the ones for me, I loved Kenny. Kenny's arc was really good. I know. So now initially he wasn't one of my favorite characters. Not that I hated his character, but it was just kind of like, oh man, like just see him do all the bad things and like in the season 4 going to season 5. But it was really cool that not only that he got his time to shine in season 6 part 2, he also helped legitimize Robbie's role as a leader, which also kind of ties hand to hand too. And it also ties back to his arc in season 5 where you know Terry Silver's plan kind of backfired because he molded Kenny into to be this leader, not for Cobra Kai but for Miyagi Do, and because of that that also backfired on him because Kenny now was able to go to the Sekai Taikai under the Miyagi Do banner, not Cobra Kai. So it's a very nice full circle moment. Of course, Robbie as well. For me, like I became more of a fan of Robbie at the end of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
I've said numerous times that they did Power Ranger reboot, he should definitely play Tommy.
Oh,
And
absolutely, absolutely.
and he definitely had like some of those same vibes and going from the end of season 4 to now. And it was really cool to see Robbie get his time to shine too, especially after like always coming in second place. And I know like the fandom is very adamant about like, oh well, hey, it started with Miguel, ends with Miguel. I'm like, yeah, but it's just like, I
Hey,
mean,
I'm one of those people too. That
yeah,
I was even live tweeting when I first saw this.